Hey everybody, Richard here with EduData Consulting, and today we're going to take a quick look at curriculum mapping with Google Workspace. Curriculum mapping with Google Workspace is an internal add-on solution to manage all of your curriculum documentation in a shared drive. So essentially we're going to do a quick demonstration of how to add a unit plan to the map and some of the additional features we can do with that documentation. So we're going to start by selecting a template from our very own template gallery, and we're going to force make a copy of that template, and we're going to name this unit Lego Battle. And in this unit now, notice some things with this template. In this template, we have an invisible empty header that has it marked as a different first page. So watch for data to be entered in this area. We also have the word resource folder located in this box called what are available resources. Watch for a hyperlink to a resource folder, and then the rest of the stages of some curriculum documentation. So here we go. As a teacher, I'm going to click on my add-on. It's going to recognize that this document is not part of the curriculum map, so we're going to need to add it. So I am working as teacher 1 in this scenario, and I'm going to attach this to a course. I guess we'll do this in 3D art, and maybe this is a 6th grade unit, and it's an art class, and we're going to start this unit September 9th, and we're going to end it on the 20th. Great. Now I have a toggle switch right here, so what's going to happen is when I add this planner to the map, it's going to remove this file from my drive and put it into a shared drive that's owned by the school. So, however, if I like how I organize my files in my own drive, I can actually have it create a shortcut where I've put it before it moves it into the shared drive. So I'm going to go ahead and click Add Planner to the map, and you'll see some of the follow-up automation with this. So the first thing you're going to notice is that the resource folder has been automatically created and opened. So every Google Doc, in a sense, every unit comes with a corresponding unit planner that can house everything from assessments to lesson plans to any resource that goes along with this specific unit. I'm going to close that unit. It's going to refresh the sidebar, giving us some new information. We also notice that a demographic header has been appended to the header section, and my unit planner has also added a hyperlink to my resource folder. So already we've established some really nice connections to the documentation without even filling anything out. And if I needed to change any of that information, I can do it directly in this sidebar. So if this wasn't a 6th grade class, it was actually meant to be a 7th grade one, I can go ahead and click 7th grade. And that data is automatically going to update the back end as well as the actual Google document. So notice now that we have a 7th grade in our label here in the header. We also have the opportunity to add additional teachers. If we are co-teaching this with another teacher, we could add them to the course. If we needed to update the dates when this is being taught, obviously year to year we would need to change these dates. Any change with the dates here will update the date in the planner as well. in the resources section, again, we have our link to the resource folder. We also have what I like to call as a digital photocopier. So if there's a file in my drive that I'd like to copy over to the shared drive into that resource folder, I can simply put the URL of that document or of that file in this space and hit copy to resource folder, and it will create a copy of that document into the shared drive. In terms of technology use, I can also attach a list of predetermined applications to a unit planner to get a sense of which tools are being used by which teachers and during what units. So maybe in this Lego Battle unit, we're doing a lot of Canva and maybe some Google Slides work. And I'm going to hit Apply Changes. Now, this won't append the tools into the actual planner, but what it does do is inform the backend that this Google document needs to be connected to these applications and recorded. So I can always see in the sidebar the applications I've connected to it. So if you envision this happening over multiple units, so you get to the point where you have 300, 400, 500 of these, you can start to explore patterns in your data in terms of usage of your EdTech applications. And another interesting thing we can do is we can also attach standards or skills or outcomes that we plan to teach during that unit. So if our template indicates a great place to kind of put these types of this type of information, we can then leverage the add-on to attach things such as, for example, the ISTE standards. So I could load them up here and say during this unit, we are going to work on these 3 ISTE standards. And what that'll do is it'll actually insert those standards wherever you've put your cursor and add them to the back end for that global exploration through a Looker Studio dashboard. So I also have the ability to overwrite all previously attached standards to sort of start over if I feel like I've made a mistake. So I'm going to go ahead and submit these. So you'll notice now that they've been inserted directly into the document, and they're also visible to me in a list in the sidebar. So great, now that we've connected this to our Google document, if we go to Google Calendar, we can launch the same add-on, and given that it's in the Google Calendar context, some different options are available to us, namely the option to add our unit planner as an all-day event on our Google Calendar. So I'm going to go ahead and select my calendar. Another great way to utilize this is if you have a shared department calendar, then everyone can upload their units to the same calendar, and then you get a great looking timeline view of your curriculum documentation. So, and the list that appears below this is actually a filtered list of just the units that belong to you as the teacher. So you don't have to scroll through the entire curriculum to find just the one unit planner that you want to add. Oh, I'm working as teacher 2 here. That's why I'm not seeing this. So I'm going to reassign this unit to teacher 2. So note the change in assignment. Teacher 2 is now the teacher of record. I'm going to come back to Google Calendar. Let's give this just a refresh. So I'm going to select teacher 2, and now I see my Lego Battle unit, and I'm going to click Add unit to Google Calendar. And a few short moments later, we will see the unit will have been uploaded to Google Calendar. So we programmed this for the couple weeks in advance, and here it is, the Lego battle. And if I click on this, I can actually get back to the original planning document. So it's a great way to add a layer of transparency and visibility across all curriculum documentation given access through Google Calendar. And I had mentioned earlier this idea of a global database, and for that we're using Looker Studio to visualize our documentation. So we have a number of filters if we wanted to explore through the lens of I want to see all of the units where Canva is being used. I can filter by Canva and then deduce which units and which teachers are using that application. I can also go into do a deep dive into standards. If I want to explore an individual standard, I can just select that one, and I can find all of the courses and unit planners where that standard is being addressed. And I can also go in through the timelines and select a course and generate a visualization of a timeline of a given course. So that's a very quick run through of some of the features of curriculum mapping with Google Workspace. So I hope you've enjoyed this demonstration, and thank you for watching. Bye.